Hard cocking, hard rocking. Is this thing on?
Time to cut the bullshit.
You know what I never do? I never talk over the theme song. I never do it. I always say, leave that theme song alone. 3+ decades, I never talk over the theme song. But you know what? Today's the day. I think I'm gonna do it.
You're doing it.
How's it going?
We're on. Can you hear that? Can you hear the theme?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is ours. I like it. I like life. I don't know if there's a God, man. This is not what I said. I'm kind of doing that. You know what? That's fine. I'm going to be this guy today. I don't know, man. I've been feeling really good about myself. I've been really feeling my oats. And they are Irish milled.
I would welcome everyone first. That's the start. You don't remember?
No, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Not doing it. You want to know what? If you're listening to this show, I guarantee you know what it is. There is no. Well, you are either driving past the edge of Bristleberg and just catching a cunt hair of the terrestrial signal. In which case, you're gonna get it for about just a blip, just a knee high to a buzzard's thigh.
Boop.
Yeah, like that, and then you're not gonna get enough words, even for the context to matter.
If you say it real quick, though.
Hey, QRZR.
Yeah, they might have got that.
What? Can you do faster? What's your fastest?
I've been practicing.
Laid out.
Well, here's the other way.
Yeah, I like that.
Was that good?
I think I can do faster though.
Do it. Go ahead.
QRZR.
Oh my God! Hold on. Let me slow that down. Hold on. Let me rewind that and slow it down. We can check it to see if you said everything.
Yeah.
Ready? Okay. Go ahead. Garfield? Did you say Garfield at the end on accident? I think you said Garfield.
You know what? I slip it in there every week.
I'm gonna throw Garfield slower. I'm gonna slow it down even more.
Yeah.
You stopped.
All
right.
Odie Field.
You got Odie in there too?
Yeah, you normally can't hear it. I do it every week.
Very impressive.
It's super quick. Super quick.
I'm glad we got this new technology.
I super quick like a blip. I'll say, you're listening to QRZR, the Razor's Edge. You hear that? Did you hear it this time?
Yeah,
did you hear that a little bit at the end?
Garfield Odie.
That's not, well.
Garfield Odie Field.
This is Turtles all the way down, friend, because it's every character that's ever appeared.
Oh, no.
In the Garfield.
We don't have the technology
to slow it
down any further.
Nope. In the legendary Garfield comic strip, sandwiched in a recursive swirl inside of each other. Like a delicious Garfield.
Like a conch shell.
Like a conch, yes. Conch shell. So called because you're so heavy and you can hit someone over the head with one. Conch shell. God bless.
Just to remind everybody, too, if you want to call in, you can. And I just was like, we already have a caller. So I don't know if you want to take a call, if you want to introduce. What do you want to do, Buzz?
Man, you know what?
Show's yours, man.
I love it. Let's throw it up. If you're not calling in, if you're not the one person who's calling in right now, our number's 312-313-0582. Let's take a call right out of the box.
Hey, we're talking to 248. 248, you're on the line, bud.
Hey, welcome to the show. You're on with Buzz.
Hello, I wanted to see if I could get the info on Bruce Springsteen.
Is a popular American rocker. Primarily in the 70s and 80s. I believe played with the E Street Band. I think there's a guy named Clarence in the band. One of the guys, Little Stevie Van Zandt, I think he was on Sopranos. And he hosts a radio show called Little Stevie's Underground Garage. It's a popular oldies and classic rock radio show. People call him the boss. He's a legend.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, 2014.
Yeah, Born to Run, I think, is one of his big albums. Maybe his biggest. Anything else?
Do you think he's a secret Jew?
We got.
I have reason to believe, according to 12 Chan, that not only is he a secret Jew, but he is the original Zionist.
Here's the thing. I don't think that this is climb every mountain. Sometimes I say, because there could be a cinnamon cream swirl on the inside, but I see no swirl on this, and we're just gonna go.
10 years ago, you would have taken this.
I would have.
10 years ago, you would have been into this for the next.
10 years ago, in that no, just cut this shit off.
Oh, he's out.
Yeah, he's out.
You're sorry.
Yeah, I don't need that stuff.
No alt right. We have a rule.
Nope.
No alt right. No alt left.
No hatred. No hatred in the show. And you know what?
But I will say I do believe he's a secret Jew. I do believe that.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. There are. I'm feeling mellow. I'm feeling good about myself. I do not need. Last week was an intense week on the show. If you
sound
listening.
like you're down. You sound like you're down.
No, I'm down to the earth. Is what I am.
Did the pills work out? The shakes?
I'm off the shakes.
Oh, thank God.
I'm no longer on the Murfreesboro system.
Thank you.
Because they stopped sending me the boxes. So I'm no longer on the Murfreesboro system. I'm living a natural life. I'm spending all of my free time on the ground, and I'm feeling what the earth has to say to me. Buzzy.
Like on the dirt?
I'm feeling the dirt, and I'm living off the dirt, and all of my interior returns to the dirt daily.
So you take a shit in the dirt.
I take a shit in the dirt.
Nice. You dig a hole at least. Bury it.
My poop is so firm and so hard these days that it digs its own hole.
Those shakes really fucked you up, man.
I'm the John Henry of taking shits now. If you were to,
I got a machine who thinks otherwise.
Oh, sir, I will take on that machine, and I will drive a dirty golden spike in the center of this country, connecting the transcontinental bowels.
Golden about it.
Yeah, my bowel movements, my BMs, my sweet beamers, I call them. My sweet beamers are coming out so hard, so fast, like a railroad spike. They drive straight into the earth and completely bury themselves. Does
that hurt?
Like a graboid retreating into the earth.
How's the pain?
Excruciating. It's excruciating, but it's cleansing.
On the face list, you're at the farthest one, the most pain.
Oh, I'm beyond that.
You're in a whole new world.
It's the Mr. Yuck face. You get to the last.
Got it.
They don't show that to you. You get to the last pain face, and then after that, it's the Mr. Yuck face.
For like 30 of
that
them.
They put on poison so the babies won't drink it, and that's.
I think that means death or vomiting.
Yeah. My face looks like
your ass is vomiting.
My face looks like my ass is vomiting. My face
delicious
looks like my ass is vomiting. My face looks like my ass is vomiting. That could be that could have been a hit on the Dr. Demento radio hour. My face looks like my ass is vomiting. And you wouldn't have to do much more than that. Every once in a while, you'd have someone go, wee! And that would have been a hit. People would request it week after week. They'd say, play My Face Looks Like My Ass is Vomiting. It's a new, more mellow buzz with a sturdy, dirty turd.
It's sturdy and it's dirty.
It's sturdy and it's dirty.
Well, don't lay one in here, friend. I live here.
Nah, don't worry about it. You wouldn't know if I did. It'd go straight through the floorboard. The floorboard would seal up behind it.
Whoa.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Like those hot scissors that they use to cut Kevlar vests. Special hot scissors that they use to cut Kevlar.
Just like those.
And it seals up behind. That's what happens when I take a shit. There's no material on this earth built by God or man that can stand one of my dirty turdies these days. Oh, God, I feel so mellow and I feel good. And you are listening to QRZR, The Razor's Edge. Keep your hate at home, friends, because this is Buzz's house. Yeah. Hey, wait.
Hold on, sing the song. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm not gonna say the end. I'll just say keep your hate at home. Yeah, I like that.
What about the song though? What about that?
Oh,
My face.
my face. How'd it go?
Looks like my ass
Oh, my face. Looks like my ass.
is vomiting.
Is vomiting. I already. Yeah. Oh man, I love that song, and yet I've already forgotten it. How quickly we forget. It was on the.
Your brain
it was,
seems addled today.
It was a hit for so many years.
Addled.
I have so little inside of me now. I'm mostly a shell, because I'm taking a lot of shits.
It's good. That's healthy.
Yeah, thank you.
Finally, you're healthy. I'm glad you're taking care of
Miguelito, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good.
Sexy. And right on the microphone, too.
I got a new hobby now.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
What?
It's drinking.
Oh. I gave up. I gave it all up.
I like drinking. Buzz gave me all his beer. He had a whole stockpile.
I gave him all my beer.
And he gave me all of his beer. It was all the same beer.
Yeah.
You know the brand? What's the brand again?
It is a 1993 Snufflebrow.
You bought how many? You bought millions of them at
There
the
was
time.
in 1993 beloved Sesame Street character Snuffleupagus had a limited edition beer, and I fell in love with it.
You bought so many.
I bought so many.
You perfectly store them, and they are all delicious.
I believe that I own upwards of 99% of the world's entire Snufflebrow crop.
And you've been funding the show almost exclusively on selling these on the internet because you caused such a demand.
And I thought I caused enough of demand that they would have kept the line going, but apparently Henson's widow did not like the imagery. Jane Henson, goddamn you. I still contend that Snufflebrow is the greatest thing that ever came out of the Henson workshop.
It's a contentious.
But it
that's
doesn't
a hot
matter
take,
because I've given them all to Miguelito.
I got them all now.
Dig them up from the floorboards. You might find a few turds in between these days, but
They only go that far. Just a little bit down.
they go right through the floorboard and they wedge between a Snufflebrow down there in the deep, dark recesses beneath the floorboards. But I got
Don't mistake one.
conservative estimate. I probably have 300 to 400,000 cans beneath the floorboards. So dig deep. I don't always squirt a dirty turd down into the floorboards, but when I do it between a Snufflebrow.
Definitely nestle it right between 3 or 4 Snufflebrows.
We got a great show. We have local crank Glemn Cuny with us. Glemn, good to have you on the show.
Thank you, young man. It's very nice for you to be here.
You say young man, but you look like a spry fellow. You don't look too much older than me.
Thank you. I've tried to keep up a regimen myself, as you have been living clean.
Live clean.
I try to be living clean as well. I don't touch many things, and then if once you don't touch your face, most of the aging occurs when the human hand touches the human face.
I noticed that when you came
The
in.
oils.
You have 2 giant chopsticks that you use to manipulate most of the stuff.
I do a lot of pointing, and I do a lot of picking it up.
Yeah.
It serves 2 purposes. Well, 3 or 4. Well, there's many more. But it just simplifies things. The oils on my fingers don't get near my lips and mouth or under my eyes and the soft skin under my eyes and on the corner of my eyes.
I hope you don't mind. I saw you when you got here.
Yeah. You were watching from the window for a while. I didn't notice.
Yeah, and I saw you out there.
Takes me a while to get places. I'm sorry.
And I saw you out there twisting the knob with those 2 chopsticks for about 30 minutes. And I had an internal dialogue. I thought, do I help him or would that cut down his confidence? And at the end, I hope I did right. I felt like you needed the win.
You did. It was good. Nice. It only took a little bit, but it was nice to do things on my own. I haven't been doing that, and I've been making a promise to myself: try something new every day. And today I tried to open the door with chopsticks, and it worked eventually.
And
You'd never had to do that before.
No, because the houses I have sliding doors in my home. And that's operated with chopsticks too, but it's much easier because of the running system, ball bearings. And whatnot.
I mean, that's like going from noodles to rice, you know.
Yeah, peas even more hard.
Oh, peas.
Yeah.
I was thinking of uncooked rice grains.
I try not to think about that.
You ever thought about those the the robot hands those kids use. And you pick up a
What?
Well, I've had
one of these. These?
the robot hands.
Yeah, these.
You can't
Like a grasper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think about them.
You mean like these?
What's your question?
These? I got a pile of them under the. Do you never look under the desk?
No.
Oh my God, jeez, look at this box.
I have a pile of them under the desk.
I just know that they're classic manipulators. People use them to manipulate all sorts of things.
Yeah, these are actually in 1994. Sorry, in 1990 when Silence of the Lambs came out. Yeah, there was a Hannibal Lecter branded manipulator.
He was the original classic manipulator.
Yeah, and I bought the last box.
Puppet master.
The Puppet Master.
You were hot on the tails of all the real hot trends.
Yeah,
All
right
the
on
trends.
that. I've had that Snufflebrow before.
Yeah.
It tastes.
You want one?
Yeah, I'll have a Snufflebrow. Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
It tastes.
Oh, it's so warm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only way to drink it. It tastes like nothing else.
It's getting hotter as I hold it. Also, is that normal?
They're amazing. I mean, they're amazing.
You can watch his the picture on the side. You can watch his trunk turn blue as it gets hot.
Oh yeah.
From the blue trunk of Snuffleupagus
Tastes
himself.
imaginary a little bit, like a little bird's imaginary friend.
A little bird.
Yeah, well, that's what his
Yeah.
name was, right?
Yeah, little bird.
Little bird.
Little. Oh my God, that's my favorite. My favorite part of every
I always turned off Sesame Street.
street show was when they'd say, little bird, bring me your friend," and he'd fly out.
And carry a full-grown man back.
Yeah, carry a full-grown man.
Back
and
to that little child.
Yeah, and that man would have to spend that week
With that child.
on the street.
A couple
on the
of
Sesame
graspers
Street.
in his hand.
I knew one person related to somebody who did get grabbed by the little bird and brought to the street and had to live there with a child for a week.
It's not a party for anybody, really. I mean, who wins? Well, I guess we win.
It's the memories,
I remember.
like my cans upon cans of Snufflebrow. Glemn, for you longtime listeners, Glem's a frequent caller, but this is his first time on the show. You only recently,
Like to be in the hive.
yeah, it's good to be. It's the nerve center here. This is where it all happens. This is where the city really gets run. This is where. Yeah, where the phone lines are ringing and we're connecting to the average citizen.
You got the maps
Without
on
us,
the wall.
I don't know that the city exists, really. I feel like everybody would just slowly walk away from the city center and would never come back
Well, you're the
without us.
the city's a tent. You're the tent pole. You know, that's what it is, right? I mean, you guys are the thing that props it up and keeps it moving.
We're the pole.
The pole
We're
in
the-
the middle of the circus tent.
The pole. There's a pole in the middle of the circus tent. There's a pole in the middle of the circus tent. There's a pole. There's a pole. There's a pole.
Just for you new,
don't
we got some
know
new viewers here, and I
went.
just wanted to let them know if you want to call in, check the number on the screen 312-313-0582.
313-0582.
Please give us a call.
Garfield.
Garfield Odie.
That was
Garfield Leddy.
far more noticeable than the ones before.
Yeah, man. I lay it on the line, but that's
Or
what.
am I just listening for it now?
Yeah. Well, what you don't
You
know.
hear it more when the more you hear it.
What you don't know is that the reason that was so much more audible is I sandwiched an entire other one on the inside of that one.
You inceptioned a whole other
I
layer of words.
I incepted. So that was 2 times all of the characters that ever appeared on the legendary.
It kind of
Garfield comic
repeated it.
strip.
It went into itself.
It went into itself.
Ouroboros.
Yeah.
I
Ouroboros.
love that Burros.
Ouroboros.
Man, you're so horrible.
What's that?
The snake that eats itself.
He's the guy that wrote Naked Lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a
I think he got me too.
snake. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, William Ouroboros.
They yelled at him in his tomb.
Ouroboros.
Me too, that guy. He would have been me too, definitely.
Yeah, he definitely would have. That's what it says on his tombstone. Would have been me too. Got out in time.
Whew, what a relief.
Yeah, hard to meet to you when you kill all the people who
Yeah.
could have accused you. Classic,
That's
classic Burroughs maneuver.
It's a serial killer.
Hey, who wants to play shoot at your head? Huh? Oops.
What an unfortunate accident.
We shouldn't have played shoot at your head. we screwed up. But hey, I think I just got my next novel.
Definitely, it was a step, and it launched his whole life.
Yeah.
Thank God.
So God bless Mrs. Burroughs. I'm assuming was her name.
I think it was
Probably.
Jane something. Crazy Jane.
Crazy Jane.
Oh boy.
She's probably a real human being with real feelings.
We got to pay the bills, buddy. You ready?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What's the one today?
Just lay it on me and I'll get into it. Oh, rotator cuffs.
Oh. I think this one's Skin Scream. Skin Scream.
No, you know what? Fuck it.
Wait, you don't even want to do it?
No, I'm not doing the ads today.
None?
No, this one's going on Budsy's tab. I don't feel right. The earth tells me not to advertise.
The earth, the ground, the dirt.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm no sellout, you know.
Yeah.
I never sell out.
I believe that.
And I always try to do things for people, you know, for free or
Cheap is free.
it's very cheap.
Very, very cheap.
Yeah.
How do you pay the
Sandwich.
rent there?
I have a couple of hobbies that pay my rent. It's really nice. I'm a data analyst.
That's a hobby?
Yeah, it's a hobby.
Wow.
It's fun
Yeah.
for me. I work at a law firm. It's called Kirschenbaum and Cartoon Character. And
And you don't they don't pay you much, just enough.
No, they just give me a little bit of $1 a day.
A little bit of a
Keeps
dollar.
the doctor away.
Now, his cartoon character still, is he a legacy partner?
Well,
or-
he's a caricature of Kirschenbaum's father, actually. So, who became sentient in some manner. I never got the full story. I think maybe
I remember when he-
dropped it
yeah.
in the toilet and something, and lightning hit the
yeah.
toilet.
I remember when he went up against William F. Buckley in 1968.
67 or 8, yeah.
8, yeah.
Yeah, he
Man, in front of the Supreme Court.
he showed him the door. That Buckley. Man,
Yeah.
he didn't know what came. The cartoon character was wily, also.
You know, you could hear him saying, "Sorry, Mr. Buckley."
That was his name, cartoon character?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
cartoon character.
Cartoon. Yeah, caricature of Kirschenbaum was, I think, maybe his intended name, but he never.
Yeah, it makes sense to give names for us to give names to cartoon characters, but if you are the world's only sentient cartoon character, why wouldn't you just be called what you are?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It is what he is, and he's the brains, honestly, behind Kirschenbaum.
God forbid you
And
get a
cartoon
second.
character.
Feet up the
Before we
deuce.
get a second cartoon
It's
character.
never gonna happen. They don't make the goo anymore.
Goo.
That goo.
That goo was spilled on one
Cartoon.
cartoon,
There's not a day goes by, I don't think.
And a dog
Thank
lapped
God
it
about
up.
that goo.
and you got a really good law firm out of it.
Yeah, they do, real estate and litigation, and
Sounds okay.
it's not too bad.
You
A
still-
little data. Look, he does the cartoon characters collection, stuff. Credit card. Oh, yeah.
Nice,
That's a cartoon character.
Classic.
sure is. But that one's not real.
No.
What we're talking about is a real living cartoon.
What does real mean, though?
It means real.
Like,
Has to a legal
Can
citizen
vote,
can
reproduce.
vote, can reproduce,
I think Bugs Bunny votes.
but only reproduces. Can't reproduce other cartoon characters.
No,
can
humans.
either reproduce living humans or
Dead humans.
or dead humans. like in fact, humans.
Similar to humans.
Similar to humans, it can only make living humans or dead humans.
They're usually, well,
Yeah.
not going to get into that debate.
Mostly dead, though, unfortunately.
With the exception of one person that we know of in the history of the world, and that is the artist who drew the caricature of Kirschenbaum, is the only person who reproduced
Yes.
something that was not classified as either a living human or a dead human.
Who was that, anyway?
Well, it was Kirschenbaum's college buddy. It was Alan Sepway or so. I can't remember his last name.
Funny how he fell.
Sepsis.
He fell to the side of history, but then his
Sepsison.
his art became the focus.
Well, he was haunted by what he did later. He didn't mean it was a Dr. Frankenstein kind of thing where the cartoon character was kind of asking for answers
Oh
from.
my God!
You would see him in the bushes. Whenever cartoon character would be filing a brief or arguing a case, you'd see him in the bushes with a giant pencil.
And a big eraser.
In a giant, obviously it goes without saying. There was a huge.
I just like to always mention the eraser. People never mention
That's
the
a
eraser.
threat.
Yeah, and in a class act in his own right, because he didn't just come with one of them big, just the solo eraser that's not connected to a pencil, that little trapezoid.
Sure.
What would you call that? Like a trapezoid?
Is it a rectangle?
Rectangle? It's not exactly right because it doesn't matter. Rectangular thing.
Pink.
Pink. Pink.
Super pink.
Super Pink is the most famous brand of solo eraser. Super Pink. No, he had the big pencil. He had the full Dixon Ticonderoga number two, about 6 feet long, and he'd spring out of the bushes like John Hinckley and try and
get him.
Try and get him, but it didn't work.
Never worked.
It didn't work.
Always one step ahead. Well,
because it was a normal pencil, and he didn't have any more of that goo.
Was that illegal? Was that illegal what he was trying to do?
It would be murder.
It would have been murder.
He was alive.
So why isn't he getting?
He was alive. He was a recognized citizen of
murder?
the United States.
What about attempted murder? That'd be like a man
He was
jumping
never
out.
caught. He was always running away. He was a very fast runner, and he'd scurry away.
Yeah, because here's the thing, and because imagine if I was to rub you with a pencil. We know for a fact that cartoon character, character of Kirschenbaum, cannot be erased with a giant pencil.
You can't erase you can't erase Bugs Bunny with an eraser. You need to do it another way with some sort of acid or something.
Yeah.
Turpentine.
Yeah, turpentine and
some kind of dip.
the dip.
Yeah, right.
Some kind of dip. And in this case,
How do we know this though? I mean,
no, because there was a cartoon character donated pieces of himself over the years, because unlike a human being, he does. Have you ever seen the Cronenberg's The Fly?
That's a good one.
Cartoon character has little Brundlefly jars filled with bits of him that fall off
And live.
they just naturally
That's
fall
how
off.
he reproduces, basically. And he has a vagina.
Yeah,
He definitely
But they
has a
are.
vagina,
But those.
I've seen that.
That's how he reproduces. But those are the living humans. They're not cartoon characters. They're tiny living humans in the shape of whatever the body part was. They're horrific.
He's horrible.
I mean, we said he.
They're all over the office.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you.
Really?
Like a waist deep.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Trying to get wading way to the restroom, and you gotta go through about 8 million.
You ever thought of eating one?
And they just kind of.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah. You get 8 million. And
That's
then,
good, babe. That's good eating.
Yeah, that's good eating, and nobody cares because they're just quietly screaming all the time, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't have what we would consider to be a fully functioning human brain.
No, they do have that
Cartoon
voice.
character brain.
Yeah.
And they can wince.
Yeah.
No, it's unsettling. You get used to it.
But overcrowding. But we don't want the world flooded out with tiny little, just barely there.
One of these days, Kirschenbaum is going to go on his own and going to give the office up for a loss and not going to be able to.
I don't see it happening.
Yeah, he's pretty devoted to that building, but I think it's just they're gonna have to buy a new building or something just to house it.
There's those rumors that they're an item, the two of them.
Kirschenbaum and cartoon character.
Where have you heard that?
Tell me. Now that's interesting. Who's talking this up?
Everybody's talking about it.
Where's this ear poison coming from?
No. There was an online documentary last year.
Yeah, why are you pissing words out your mouth?
Hey, I just saw it on an online documentary.
When you know something, I want you to shoot it hard and straight, like one of my dirty turdies.
Like an icicle.
It's
Like
called Loose Pencils. It was called Loose Pencils, and it was about the how the two of them are together, and he was using Google Maps. He brought up footage from cell phones, and it was a pretty solid case, I'd say.
I have heard of this. It's the love can't melt steel, right?
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. It just, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to believe.
It's nonsense. It's nonsense. It's not the reason you never see.
I hate nonsense.
I hate nonsense. The reason you never see a certified cartoon structural engineer on one of those in Acme structural engineer on one of those videos is because they would just demolish the whole thing. In the cartoon world, love can melt anything, and we know that for a fact.
Why aren't they talking out? Why aren't they speaking out then? Tell me, show me them telling me, oh, this is not true.
If I was to...
People have talked out. You're just not looking in the right way. You're just trying to find things that agree with your bias.
What do they call that?
You're not listening.
Confirmation
bias, baby.
Miguelito
bias.
do
don't we have a sound for that? When we say confirmation bias,
boing,
we get polite applause.
That's people confirming.
That's
us.
Confirming that we're doing the bit.
We are acknowledging our own bias.
Yeah, we're acknowledging,
and others are.
We are acknowledging
applauding us for that.
our own bias while receiving confirmation that
from our small circle of friends.
Our small circle of friends, our peer group,
our bubble.
Sounds. Because I am on a radio host, my only peer group are sounds.
Yeah, they are your friends.
They are my friends. I am
Foley board is your friend.
My Foley board.
I notice you have this.
Yeah, go for it.
This is a nice sound.
Yeah, give it a whirl.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is that?
Dude, once you pop on that, baby, you could spend Doggy's got a brand new toy. The hours I've spent with the Thunder box over there.
But you don't know what else he's done. I mean, I don't know that you would want to put your hand in there.
Oh, God, I put my hand on. I should have used my chopsticks, actually.
Yeah, why are you touching it?
Dude.
I'll just chew my hand off later.
Do you want a manipulator?
Yeah, I do. Thank you.
Go grab one out of the box.
Classic manipulator. That's a good use for it, actually.
You really just did manipulate me.
You see? It works both ways.
Yep.
Another one of my jobs is I do clap in studio audiences.
Wait, are you in this clap?
Yeah, that's me. Wait.
You're the little one. The little one on the bottom going.
Yeah.
Let's hear it again. Hold on. Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again.
Bloop, bloop. It's kind of like a drip.
Yeah.
It's kind
of
like
that you?
No, do it again. Can we do it again?
Wait, on, do it.
I'll do it simultaneously.
Do it for us first.
Okay, ready.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I know which one you're talking about. Wait, ready for it? Confirmation bias. Yeah, it's a boop, 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 boop,
that's my do. I do a little staccato.
Yeah.
It's
I knew it
kind
immediately.
of my trademark. Man.
I knew it immediately.
Sounds just like
I heard it. I said that's Glemn.
That's Glemn.
Folks, you're listening to QRZR. Station identification. You're listening to QRZR, the Razor's Edge. We got a great show going on. Please feel free to call in at any time, 312-313-0582. And remember, when you call in when we're not on the air, it doesn't go through. But we're here today with Glemn, local character, Glemn Cuny.
One thing, we're on Facebook now. I mean, we were talking about YouTube the last time. But YouTube called you and told you that you got to stop talking about 9/11. They called you, so now we got to move over to Facebook.
And I said, nope.
The day 9/11 or something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Let's not talk about it.
You know, here's the thing. I'm in a real calm place.
Talk about confirmation bias.
Here I am again.
Look, flip, 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 flip. You can set your railroad to that clap. I will just calmly say, because I'm in a much better place right now, but that doesn't mean I've changed my opinion. I want to be clear, because again, we get endless letters, no fucking calls, but tons and tons of letters.
The mailbag over there. The mailbag.
Yeah, we get one call in a month, and it's a guy telling me Bruce Springsteen.
That's actually a prop from the 1943 production.
You can't take it with you.
You can't take it with you. Yeah. You know at the end. When he's dying,
not taking anything with him.
He's not taking anything with it.
He's like, don't worry, I'll leave
with him. It's but his conscience is on trial in heaven between Satan and God.
Yes.
And the ghost of Clarence Darrow is there, and he says, but Your Honor, it seems like a cinch that he's gonna have to go to hell. The man who couldn't take it with him. But then he says, but Your Honor, look at everything he took with him. And they come into the courtroom carrying bags and bags of memories.
Mail, yeah, letters, paintings.
Letters and paintings.
I don't like that, man.
And gold.
Yeah.
He also had the finest jewels and spices. Yes.
All in those sacks. He also had a shiv in his thigh, taped to his thigh.
I don't like that.
He tried to get that into heaven.
Well, that was his escape plan. Was that if they were gonna try and send him to hell,
he's gonna shiv his way out of it.
He was gonna. They almost called that movie.
Shiv your way out.
No, they almost called that movie "The Man Who Tried to Shiv His Way into Heaven," which I love. I think that's one of the great missed opportunities of all time. You can't take it with you. A great title. A great title.
Because you can't.
Because as the movie proves, ultimately
they threw all that shit out.
They threw it out. That's how I got the bag. But ultimately, you can't take it with you. Truthful. I like it. It's punchy. People remember it. But The Man Who Tried to Shiv His Way into Heaven. Now that's a fucking movie.
But the shiv line was just a throwaway at the end. I mean, that was just and he's got the shiv in his sock.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They don't bring. That's the other thing that's so great about it is at the very end of the movie, the ghost of Clarence Darrow, the soul of Clarence Darrow. Finally, he manages to convince.
With the ape on his shoulder, remember?
With the ape on his shoulder, with the little scopes ape on his shoulder. He managed to convince Saint Peter to let the man who couldn't take it with him into heaven,
because he was gonna stab that ape.
Yeah.
And Peter's like, okay. Right.
And the only thing, and what you see is, and it's all good, and he thanks him. He shakes hands, and then it's just a fleeting shot. He pulls his trouser up. You see the shiv tape there.
That's it.
And he says, just a second, he pulls it up. You see it in the shot, and he says, "Oh, thank God that worked out. Because if it hadn't, I would have tried to shiv my way into heaven."
Freeze frame on us, the Saints.
They almost cut that shot, too. They almost cut that shot. But the director, you know this story, right? The director showed up. When they were about to, they showed him the cut. They showed him the cut. Didn't have the shot in it, and he pulled out a gun. He pulled out a gun.
Oh,
well, he was gonna do a shiv, but then
I don't know this story. That's intriguing.
He thought it wouldn't work. He thought the shiv wouldn't. He thought it would be metaphorically right.
That's right. I did read about that.
But I'm saying if you've seen the movie, how much sweeter would it have been if they'd called it "The Man Who Tried to Shiv His Way into Heaven"? You get this whole movie, Clarence Darrow. All the bags, you can't take it with you, all that. And then
the movie's like 10 minutes long, right?
It's only about 10 minutes long, but you get all the way to the end. Right. And we haven't heard Shiv 1.
He hasn't shivved anybody at this point.
And then bam, right at the end, they got that worked out. Because otherwise, I would try to shiv my way into heaven.
Right.
What a button.
But he doesn't.
Except he didn't even try, really.
He doesn't even try.
So why would you call it?
But why would you call it that? Doesn't make any sense.
Well, I think it might have changed in the edit, maybe. I don't know. Maybe
I guess. I think because the man who planned to try to shiv his way into heaven just doesn't have that punch.
The man who was thinking about it.
That ending would have been worse if it was called the man who tried to shiv his way into heaven.
Who could have, if he wanted to,
tried to. Yeah. The man who tried to shiv his way into heaven. All I get is, I was gonna do it.
Tell your fucking autobiography should be the man who tried to shiv one of the great titles in movie history.
Yeah, try to put it in its grave.
That title doesn't make any sense.
Just write it. Look at it for long.
Let's rewrite it. I mean, let's write it. Let's write
Folks,
it around.
I'm Buzz Thundernugget. You're listening to QRZR, the Razor's Edge, broadcasting live on a mellow day.
We have a call.
A mellow Monday.
You know what? Let's take that call. Aloha, caller.
Hey, 347, you are on the line. What's up?
Let's get buzzy.
Hey! Woo! Yeah!
Oh, I like that enthusiasm. How's it going? What's your name, caller?
My name is Sandra, and I am just so happy my kids are back in school.
School started.
Big shout out to all the big mama bears out there.
School started.
Woo, it's free, ladies. They're back in school.
Oh, yeah. Well, how old are your children? And where are they?
They're in school.
Still?
Yeah. Did any of your children get caught up in the reaping this year?
Oh, I lost a few in the reaping. Sure.
Makes sense.
What are you doing with your time?
Woo! I'm cutting loose. I'm having some mommy juice, and I'm working on my Pinterest board.
Mommy juice. You know, if you're a fan of mommy juice, I've been told that mothers love nothing so good as laying back and sipping on a hot, verging on boiling hot Snuffle Brow, and you can buy that off the QRZR, the Razor's Edge website, which is at QRZR.com.
Yeah.
/
That tastes like Moscato.
Yes. There are flavors that are similar.
Oh, well, then sign me up. I love it. I love the stuff.
It has so many
Mommy
flavors.
juice.
Yeah, just QRZR.
Yum, yum, yum.
QRZR.com / Snufflebrow. Snufflebrow for life.
You know, this is kind of...
That's a number 4.
You are starting to do more ads, it feels like. That's the second time.
That's not an ad. That's for the station.
Wow.
It's not an
I
ad.
guess
It,
it's
like
internal.
public radio, it's technically not an ad if it's for the station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What was your name, caller?
Sandra.
Sandra, thanks for calling. That was a great
Do you
call.
want to, before we let you go, you want to take a crack at that secret word, try and win that Bristleburg Seashell Museum seashell collection? I'll give you a couple hints. It's not Clementine.
Is it conspiracy?
Still not conspiracy.
You're out.
Have a good life.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Don't ever die.
I hope her children... I don't know what her children are still doing at school. It seems fairly late.
I think it just started, though.
Oh, night school.
Yeah.
Maybe night school.
Yeah.
Maybe they're
Night elementary.
We also don't know where she's calling from, so
Oh, that's true.
we didn't get that information.
We are on Facebook. Could be anywhere.
Could be Japan. Yeah.
Could be Japan. Could
I
probably
usually-
was Japan.
Yeah, I
think.
usually try to lock these. Sandra's a very Sandra O, for instance. It's a very Asian name.
Yeah, Sandra is one of the most...
It's one of the most Asian names.
I don't know about that.
I do.
You do?
Yeah,
You got evidence?
Sandra O.
Sandra O.
Oh, that's your evidence.
Yeah,
Okay.
I call that.
What about Susan Sarandon?
I label that piece of evidence, evidence number O, for Sandra O.
Sounds like Kirschenbaum over here. You sound... you could work for us, honestly.
Yeah, Sandra Day O'Connor.
Oh.
Oh, confirmation bias.
There it is again.
Yeah.
I get paid a little every time you play that, too.
It's auto, too. So if you just want to rack up some points, you want to rack up some dollars.
Hey, Clem.
I do. I was planning
Yeah.
on taking the bus later,
Now,
so
now
that might
who's
be nice for
advertising,
me.
huh?
Hey.
Oh God! You know what? When they make the technology to freeze frame a radio show, that's gonna be a happy day.
Yeah. You should be a sound for that, don't you think? A sound of a freeze frame?
The sound of a freeze frame. Oh yeah, it's kind of cracking.
And
Is
then
that it?
It's exactly if we could, I take that noise and make the exact opposite of that noise. That is what it would be.
yeah.
And
And then slowly it just
It's
starts...
definitely not a loud blaring air
Let me
horn.
see if I can find it here.
The freeze starts going.
You know the way that Willy Wonka
Yes.
put an entire execution in a piece of bubble gum, where you could feel, where you could
Oh, yeah, what it's like to be executed.
what it's like to be executed from the priest coming in.
Well, the first
last
meal. No, you get the first meal. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, he would go. It
First
would be
meal,
the
last
first
meal.
the first meal that the prisoner
Prisoner X has.
ever remembered eating.
Right. And then school.
And then
all the
and then
schooling
school,
years.
School.
Animals in the woods years.
Animals in the woods years.
Making love to a pair of jeans years.
And the normal stuff, meeting a pretty boy, pretty person, and going on a date,
Working.
going to go see Gus Van Sant's remake of Psycho,
Several times.
several times.
Man.
getting into fights about how it's superior to the Hitchcock version.
That person dying behind a movie theater.
Buying clothespins. Reading a Wikipedia article on dust mites. Everything. A whole life. And then you get to that last meal.
The courtroom. When he's finally caught the inside of the cop car taste.
And all the other times that he's been in a courtroom or watched any courtroom TV shows, plus all the other TV shows.
Time to Kill.
Yeah, watching that episode of Frasier where Woody visits.
I never saw that.
Yeah, it's a crossover episode.
Yeah.
Woody from Toy Story?
Yeah.
You're better than that.
Come on.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
This isn't a goddamn... This is my life. Radio is my life.
And then he goes to the electric chair.
And then he goes to the electric chair.
And then hung.
And then he gets hung because it doesn't work because the sponge was not
the
wet.
The points of contact were not there.
Yeah, they were not there.
On the forehead.
And so they have to hang him, and all of the prison guards gather around because the drop was not long enough, and he's just dangling.
Pull him down.
And they all are just, and he's a huge man. He's a huge hulking, gentle hulking man.
So it's not you, it's this man.
And they all touch him, and the electricity, the nascent electricity flows through all of them, and one of them springs back, and he says, "My arthritis, it's been cured." And they all realize it's sort of minor ailments that they had.
Be cured by this man who's the serial killer.
Has been cured by this serial killer, and the electricity flowing through him as they held his body down so that his neck would snap.
And then he's set free, or not free, but allowed to sit in a room and cure people. And he died of old age. It's in the gum.
Is he wrongly accused?
It's all in the gum.
All in the gum.
Is he wrongly accused? Sounds like he's wrongly accused. There was no memories of serial killing.
It's hard to say. The gum doesn't judge.
Well, the gum doesn't judge.
Gum doesn't judge. Yeah, that's. I mean, there were two slogans for the Willy Wonka serial killer, life of a serial killer, gum. One was
gum don't judge.
Yeah, one was gum don't judge. The gum doesn't judge, gum don't judge. And the other was you be the judge.
There was, I mean, it sounds like there was
and
no
it would come
serial
with
killer.
it would come with it's surprisingly expensive because you get the little piece of gum, and then it would come with a packet that had the white wig and the judicial robes and a gavel.
It was a British judge or something. UK
and
judge.
all of the courtroom tapes.
They're on the inside, right? Like the Bazooka Joe kind of comics, but it's the courtroom tapes.
Bazooka Joe, in where they would, instead of being a comic, it was thin layers of silicone and ceramic microdots. Little microdots carrying all the information.
Yes.
And if you can play a microdot, call in.
I'll show you a lucky man.
I'll show you a lucky man. A man who can play you know what? You can't take it with you, but if you can play a microdot,
maybe take that with you.
Maybe try.
They'll never find. What are they gonna do? Fucking kill you again?
They're not gonna find it.
I'm sorry. Can I swear on this?
No, I swear all the time.
Oh, good.
That's what I'm saying. Since we never even got into that. Since September 11th, to that fateful day in September 2001.
Oh, 2001 you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about another year.
I'm pretty sure that gum thing was nested inside of me talking about September 11th. So to get back to that,
I don't think so.
It was a part of that serial killer's life too.
It was part of, so
that's true.
Yeah, because I was talking about people writing in on 9/11, which led to the man who tried to shiv his way into heaven.
It's funny how conversations work.
We're far enough away from that.
So fun.
Yeah, I love it. We should do
the world's our oyster.
You guys want to talk back through the show and just from here?
I was just doing it, and now you're making it harder because you're adding new stuff.
Yes, please cover it.
And now I have to do this thing about you asking me to talk back through the show.
Thank you.
We're gonna start talking about Ouroboros again.
Oh,
and that's
God.
gonna be very apt.
Tell me about it, Garfield.
Yeah, that wasn't even the title of the show. It was just Garfield.
Go Garfield.
Yeah, but Garfield.
Right.
Yeah, whatever.
What was the name of the man in Garfield? His roommate who disappeared mysteriously. He had a little
Ron.
wispy mustache.
Yeah, Ron.
Ron!
Ron!
Yeah, he was there. He was big for a while. Huge. And then he disappeared.
Yeah,
And then
for a few comics, he was very large, and then he went away.
For years, you'd see John look off to the left, off screen, as it were, and he'd say, "Hey, Ron," and then there'd be a panel where he doesn't hear any silence, palpable silence, and then the third panel, it would be me getting back to talking about 9/11, which is. So since then, I said some things, and I said some things on that day. None of us should be judged by our actions. Nobody should be judged by their actions on 9/11. And I said some things that day. We didn't know what was going on.
We had no idea. This guy's talking like.
And I neither apologize nor stand up for the things that I said. There was a lot of misinformation, a lot of bad information. I said some stuff, and because of that, to this day, I have a 16-minute delay on the terrestrial radio station. So
Well, it was 13, and then he did it again.
Yeah, I did it again on the
anniversary thing.
And your position is that 9/11. What happened on 9/11?
You want to get us a 19-minute delay or what?
Well,
that's what I'm saying is I always have to clarify this because people write in, they give me their bogus conspiracy theories. I believe the mainline story. I have no conspiracy theories about what happened on 9/11. I'm saying the government is bearing the truth about the extra victims like myself who suffered because of 9/11.
So he thinks
that's a little bit like mine, because I kind of think that 9/11 happened twice, a little bit.
Yeah, 11.
11, right.
1-1.
1-1. That's the signal to us that it happened a couple of times on the same day.
You mean, sure. I mean, that's the thing. Throughout history, there have been countless 9/11s.
But we're talking about the specific one.
Alexander the Great probably did a couple 9/11s.
We're talking about one.
Alexander the Great, I would say, probably did 15 or 16
Napoleon,
9/11s.
he used to go through a couple 9/11s before breakfast.
Yeah. And that's a French breakfast, by the way. So
light is a light breakfast.
A light continental,
a
light continental post 9/11 breakfast. He'd say, we're eating in a post 9/11 breakfast now.
In French.
Yeah, in French.
9/11. Nerf, I believe, is 9.
Yeah.
Nerf.
The two of you sound like you're just confirming each other's.
Oh my God! Play it.
Biases.
Do it.
I'm definitely gonna take an Uber home. This is gonna be great.
Well, yeah, because you made
Treat
enough
yourself.
money.
Yeah,
Treat
I'm gonna
yourself.
You made enough money on
I'm
that
gonna make
show.
about $11. It sounds
Yeah,
good to me.
you know what? I'm always happy to help a fella actor get his sigils in.
We're paying everybody for these effects. You didn't do any ads. I mean, we're definitely in the red today.
It's a whole new me. It's a whole new. I'm in touch with the Earth. I know what the Earth wants. The Earth doesn't want ads. The Earth doesn't want me. The Earth wants me to let people know that not all the victims were in those towers, but it doesn't want me to get angry about it. The Earth wants me to blast steaming hot turds
Just accept it.
deep into the earth, and I feel good. I haven't felt this good in a long time.
You don't look good. You look worse than last week.
People keep saying the word sallow to me,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure I know what that means, but that seems to be the.
I think it's nice. I mean, people have said that about me. You know, I don't look my best all the time. I have skin, issues occasionally, but it's not. It's nothing we can do about
Well, there's
it.
no discernible. There's no discernible difference in color from his pupil to his area around the pupil to his whites of his eyes. I mean, you see that? It's just one color.
I knew another fellow, some would call a great American hero, who also had pieces of his body falling off that he would collect.
That's right.
And you know who that man grew up to be?
Yeah.
Cartoon character.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say Bruce Springsteen.
I thought it was Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce
too.
Springsteen.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
That
Or
was
is
what
it
the E Street Band was.
Spring
Stop.
Stein?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You shut that first caller down because
That was a shocking first call.
He was very right, though.
Shocking first call.
Shocking. Really
Shocking.
out the
Right out the gate.
hot.
I'm not gonna mince words. Here's the thing. I didn't shut it down because he believed that Bruce Springsteen was Jewish. I was fairly certain he wasn't okay with that.
Yeah.
That's the part I was worried about.
Yeah.
He wasn't, happy about that.
Yeah.
He would be mad, most likely.
I'm pretty sure he is. I thought he already was.
I'm gonna say this. I've always never been afraid to speak my mind, and I will go on the
There we
record
go.
as saying
On the record.
I do not support everything that every Jew has ever done.
Yeah.
You want to get some calls. That's how you get some calls.
Well, yeah, I mean, they've done some good things, and when I say they, I mean...
They all
you know what I
have
mean.
done. Yeah. Some Jewish people have done some good things. Some Jewish people have done some bad things. Some Jewish people have done some good
medium things.
And medium things. And some have done bad things and medium things. Some have done good, bad, and medium things.
And where does Bruce Springsteen fall on that?
We're not sure if he's Jewish.
He's definitely not Jewish. My boss is Kirschenbaum. He's a pretty Jewish person. Not
and
that
cartoon
he's
character
a good man.
converted, right?
Yes, he converted to Islam.
Told you they were together.
It was
Why would a man can't convert to Judaism without
He said Islam.
fucking his? He converted to Islam.
Yeah, not Judaism. Yeah, he was Jewish. The cartoon character was Jewish.
Well,
Circumcised and
I wasn't aware of that. I was assumed.
mitzvah.
I know it was a caricature of Kirschenbaum, but I didn't think that that necessarily translated into his religion.
It was a hateful caricature. Also, he's not a good character.
And that's what's amazing is you look at that, you look at cartoon character, and it is that very classic hateful caricature of a Jewish person.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Which at the same time, where you have to nest inside of that, at the same time,
And he's a lawyer too.
But he's both a hateful character of a Jewish person and was born an actual recognized human Jewish person.
Yeah.
So he's both self-hating and then converts to Islam, all while still looking like. Just imagine in your head, if you haven't seen cartoon character.
Well, I have. But yes, we.
Just imagine the most heinous and hateful.
Yeah.
All of the things.
Yeah. Rubbing his hands together.
Yeah, sure.
Two babies.
He's constantly in a state of rubbing his hands together.
Eating children.
Yeah, he's staring at a picture of Fagin.
Yes.
He's staring at two pictures. One is Fagin and one is Shylock. And
it's the blood. What is it? The blood libel.
Yeah,
or
he's bleeding out.
Yeah.
He's bleeding out a pure Christian child.
Yeah.
All the
it's in the caricature.
As we just picked up like 12 viewers in the last 2 seconds.
Oh no,
killing it.
This is terrible.
But for those of you who are just joining us, I just want to be absolutely clear. What we're describing is the horrible life of an absolutely terrible caricature.
He wasn't anti-Semitic. He was born that way.
He was Semitic.
Yeah,
he wasn't anti-Semitic. He was just drawn that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Jessica.
And
Rabbit.
was Jewish.
Yeah.
And then later converted to Islam, and is in a very long-term, stable law partnership.
He's doing great.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing
And possibly relationship.
We don't know that.
I would say this is
he
the
just
beginning
fucks
of
around,
a beautiful.
I think, a lot of the time.
I don't know why you're still flogging that wet noodle around the block.
Maybe they just have sex. I don't know.
It just feels like you have an ulterior motive to, kind of
sow
poison.
I maybe make a certain type of fan fiction that people like to watch, and so I apologize if I'd like to tell my fans who might be watching, what I believe.
But the fiction is the word
Well,
that
the
we
fiction.
should all be
Okay,
focusing
the fiction.
Fan fiction.
The fiction is that you can't actually see it. It's just drawn. This didn't actually happen, but it is related to what everyone knows is.
Also, stop leaving that shit around. Okay.
What?
It's sloppy.
It's great. My fans love it. I got a whole
No,
page.
I mean, that's fine. You leave it around the internet. Stop leaving it around the beautiful Dom DeLuise Studios.
Oh, you mean it's sloppy that I'm leaving, not that the drawings are sloppy. Let's just be clear. Can we be clear? The drawings aren't sloppy.
I'm not going to fall for that. Because
is it
that's
all
what
drawings or is it words and drawings?
Some of it is photo montages.
He does a little collage work.
A lot of collage work. I'm really good with the collaging.
But you're not just dropping them. I see you placing them on the ground like a coy woman dropping a handkerchief.
It's not for you.
So that a gentleman, so that a dandy gentleman might pick it up.
It's not for you.
I see you doing it.
It's not for you.
And I'm tired of it. I don't want to look at it. I'm not going to praise you for it.
You're trying to get into heaven with that. They'll throw that out, too.
That shit's going right out.
Breaking the shiv, though. So it's
right in the trash
I don't care how
compactor.
many shivs you hide on your giant hulking frame.
You are big.
They'll never find them.
He can't leave the studio.
Listen.
Wide, too, and thick. It just
Yeah.
feels your thickness
You're
thicker than you are tall.
You're
Mostly.
a thick one.
Michaelito.
Michaelito.
That's like a michelada. You know those drinks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it sounds
don't-
like that.
Just can we just confirm that the drawings were good? Just say the drawings were good. Thank you. Please.
This is not why you're here. I'm not going to get into this.
You brought it up.
I'm the host of the show.
You brought up caricature. Cartoon caricature. And I happen to do fan fiction drawings of cartoon character. You brought it up.
Yeah.
So
Could I would like to see it. I mean,
Oh, here's one right here. Hold on. Here's one right here. There you go. Yeah. So no, flip to the next page because that one was a work in progress. Hold on. Flip to the yep. And then start reading in the middle.
Yeah. I'm warning you, don't praise him for this.
I'm going to choose not to respond to this at all.
Oh,
good.
Just tell me that the drawings are good.
I'm afraid I'm just going to
That's
push
the only
it
way to
away with
I
my
just want to
chopstick.
know that it's good.
It's you did a good job. It seems like you're having a lot of fun.
Thank you. A little bit of confirmation bias. Never hurt anybody.
I really like the lighting.
Folks, you've been chewing on a piece of gum flavored like an hour of quality radio.
That gums tastes like.
Yeah.
What else? What have we talked
What does
about?
it taste like? It tastes like a
Garfield.
caller, an anti-Semitic caller. We're calling in
Military
about Bruce
motive.
Springsteen and
No ads. You're clean. You're sharp turds
yeah,
in the.
sharp turds in the ground and snuffle
beer.
brow.
Snuffle
and-
brow.
and-
Tastes like my first words.
yeah.
No ads. We're not doing ads.
and in the entire life of and
Serial
a
killer.
gum that gives you the entire life of the serial killer
Yeah, it
and
tastes like
lets
that
you
gum
judge
also.
it.
Questionable
And,
if they're actually a serial
yeah,
killer.
a
'cause I
problematic-
didn't see any
That
serial
part where
killers.
we talked about things that we'd already talked about. It
Yeah.
tastes like that.
Yeah.
inside of that in problematic
Yes, dude.
discussions.
those-
We had two of those.
two different problematic
They
discussions.
really came up almost immediately.
Yeah.
Those problematic discussions.
Yeah.
That's right.
They're really at the tips of your. Maybe you should focus on that.
And then
for
at the
yourself.
end, right when you think you're done, at the very last thing
roast beef.
is when that is roast beef, and then also you putting the gum in because that's the last thing.
Oh yes, it tastes like your finger.
Yeah, yeah.
They just threw the roast beef in there.
Yeah,
It's
just
all
as
the
a-
memories.
Yeah,
They
roast
just
beef.
Toss
Like
the
a
roast
thick
beef. in
roast
there.
beef. Yeah.
It's this show, so
Everyone
he
gets
said
the
roast
roast
beef,
beef.
and then it went in,
Oh, I see.
and it's in the
went,
gum now.
It went
Yeah.
really in. Well,
Whoa.
But I think it's been a great
Check
show.
that comment. If you want to see it go in,
I
check
hope
that
you
comment.
enjoyed listening. I hope you enjoyed.
oh, that's kind. Can I take this home?
Chewy.
Yeah, please, please, please.
That
Yeah,
one?
of
That's
course.
not
Please,
too bad.
please
course.
scoop those up. Don't praise them. Scoop those
Thank
up on
you.
your way
I
out.
will,
Take them off.
I will
here.
praise them, but I will use them in.
Hey, however it needs. However it needs.
Glemn Cuny,
Yes,
thanks so much for coming on.
Thank
Do you
you.
have
Thank you for having me,
Can
guys.
anyone come visit you anywhere? Is there anything you want to? Or do you have any friends doing anything interesting
well-
in the
Spit it
world?
into the mic.
Let me see. I have. Let's see. The Annoyance Theater. Have you heard
Where's
of it?
that? No.
It's outside of Bristleburg, kind of about 4 miles.
Which city?
Chicago.
Chicago, Illinois. We had somebody from Chicago before.
You get a lot of people from Chicago.
It's
weird.
strange. I'm in a Splatter
I
2.
don't think about it.
It's fun. You don't?
Not
Nope.
at all.
Well, they are friendly people, and they kind of spread out Chicagoans. They're always everywhere.
They got that. It's that Midwestern spread.
You got a day on that annoyance?
Did you
Boy,
say Splatter 2?
2, yeah. So it's a sequel to Splatter, which is the long-running Halloween murder show at the Annoyance.
Wow.
If you say so.
I say it happens.
Things happen outside of Bristleburg. I forget sometimes.
Is it shocking?
It's yes, it's shocking. It's rollicking. It's a
What year would you say? What year, if you were to say this is shocking for the year blank, when you describe the show Splatter, you'd say this is shocking for the year
1986.
Okay, so that's how shocking it is.
Yeah, but that's several shocking things happened that year.
Yeah.
I don't really recall them.
The Challenger.
I don't know. Did that happen in 1986?
Might be off on a year.
No, that was the year that they put out the Challenger.
The Challenger.
It was that Atari video game.
Oh, yeah, that was a nightmare.
That also blew up and killed the school teacher.
Yeah, but it was that's the thing is it was the one that in order to it was real life because you had to like cut the right wires to get it out of its case to even be able to play it.
Oh my god!
And nobody ever did, but a lot of people blew themselves up.
The gum is still going, by the way. The gum is still
going.
That gum sounds tastes real
Release
bad.
them from their hour-long gum trip.
Anything else people should check out?
That's it for now. Just wanted to thank you guys for having me. It's always good to get out of my house.
Hey,
That's
thank
good to have
you,
you.
sir.
You know
you
what?
guys
This was
are real nice men.
only this week. Probably something's. I probably won't be like this next week,
Oh, good.
but we'll see. I hope
little
it will because I feel really
classic
good.
storytelling.
Yeah, I got a
Chekhov's depression.
Yeah,
Check it off the list.
yeah. Check it out.
Buzz can only feel one emotion in his life at a time. So every they're all slightly on the different, but this one will never come back. It will never come back. We'll never see it again.
You'll never see this again.
It's a snowflake. Snowflake
this-
in the wind.
Yeah, snowflake. This is Buzz. Whatever .0. And next week when I reboot, I'm gonna come one more. I'm gonna come one more. And you know what?
One more time.
You want to know why?
What?
Because all those things you've been in the past,
That's not you.
that's not you. You can't take that with you.
That's just the gum.
The journey is the destination.
The life is the thing that's happening when you're thinking, hey,
Farfignugan.
Farfignugan, seize the day.
Yes.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Goodbye.
Now pop that gum.
Time to cut the bullshit.